Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back, maybe, or just welcome to another video. Of course, it's been a while, and we'll talk about all that and stuff, but I just want to give a brief intro of what I'm doing this video for. Yeah, look, that's the wrong way. Look, I made a game. No, that is the wrong way. There you go. Look, I made a game. That's pretty cool. Of course, not just me. I do have a wonderful team that I work with, but hello, welcome back. Probably, hopefully, welcome back. Of course, it's been a long time. Some of you might have seen my community posts or the short form content that I've been posting, which has been doing super well. So thank you all for the support on that. But you know, that's fantastic for like reaching new people and kind of like showing the game to all sorts of people, because we know, you know, people like short form content nowadays. That's very much so the meta, if you like, on YouTube or TikTok and stuff like that. However, I wanted to do videos like this because I enjoy doing them, for one, and also I thought it would be a very good way to talk about the game in a more casual context, talk about game development, really, and kind of how it is and some of the challenges we face, and yeah, really just sort of give you guys insight, because, you know, it sounds cringe, but it is true. Like, the only reason that I'm in a position to do this and, you know, like, live the very fortunate life that I live, which is amazing, is because, you know, back in, well, when would it have been? 2016, when I started YouTube, you know, a bunch of you people were clicking on my videos and watching me tell silly jokes while I played card games. So, yeah, really, you know, I was working a job for, well, actually, when I started my YouTube channel, for pretty much less than minimum wage as an intern. And, yeah, it really turned my life around. So I wanted to share the process of what I'm doing nowadays, and I just thought it would be really fun. So, of course, the short form content will continue. I actually really enjoy making it. It's fun. But these videos are, they're more like for us, you know, they're more for a casual chat about the game. I wanted to actually show the game. Sorry, I got my dev file showing that. I actually wanted to show the game, like me playing it, literally. There's been little clips in the short form stuff, but I wanted to really actually just like open the game on the build I'm on today. We have a few different ones, and show you guys the game. It's that simple. I want to talk about, you know, what we've been doing, what the game is, and all that sort of good stuff. This is going to be like a very broad intro video. I do want to make these pretty regularly. I can't promise, like, you know, they're not going to be like daily or something. I would like to do one around every 1 to 2 weeks, I think. Just showing you guys updates on the game. Of course, I won't bother making one if there isn't like something to show, but at the moment, something to bear in mind, because this is important. We're sort of like trucking towards Next Fest, hopefully, at the end of February. We are seemingly like, you know, pretty approved and stuff for it. And yeah, so we're currently working on our build for that. So what you're going to be seeing today is kind of like a stable version, because as you can imagine, there are quite literally dozens of things being changed at once, day to day at the moment. So just bear in mind, the version I'm going to show you today, you are seeing, like, this is a pre-alpha, like in the truest sense, really. You know, that build that we're submitting is going to be like our alpha build. It's going to have like a little polished slice of content for people to play through. It's going to be for free, of course. And that's what we're working towards. So I just want to like put the preface out there. I know you guys understand this, but you're going to be seeing a version of the game that obviously, I mean, even the dice, right? The dice you're seeing right now, like they're not looking like that normally. Those have skins on, but they're not like the proper size and proper rendering and stuff like that. So just getting the disclaimer out there. Most things you see on screen are going to be changing. This is a lot of placeholder stuff. There's no, I haven't put the audio on. We'll talk about audio in a second though, because it's cool. You're not, I haven't got the VFX on or anything like that. You're going to be seeing like a very bare bones prototypey. You guys know what I'm saying. Don't judge too harshly is what I'm saying. It's more about showing you how the game plays. Audio, just because I mentioned that, I'm going to forget otherwise, because you guys know this video is going to be a proper old ramble, but a little bit out of practice. But the audio in the game is very, very cool. I haven't got it on at the moment, but we actually got the pleasure. I was working on a game prior to this. You might have seen me mention on posts with the team. Unfortunately, there was a bit of like a health emergency in the team. Everybody's okay now, thankfully. But yeah, we had to like put that on the shelf for a little while. I do think it's something that we'll probably return to in the future, potentially after this. But yeah, that had to move on. But one of the things that was great was a lot of the things that we worked on for that game taught us things, or just directly gave us things that we can use for this one. And the audio, we had the pleasure of working with Pit Stop. They were the guys who actually made the music and did the voice acting and stuff for Baldur's Gate 3, Helldivers 2, some other games that you might have heard of. They are amazingly talented, awesome people, and our music is incredible. And I'm not going to show it today. I'm gonna behave and save that for the trailer, which I'll be working on in a couple of weeks' time for like a demo trailer kind of thing. So please keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be really, really exciting to show people. But I wanted to show this more casual look at the game first anyway. So what is the game, right? We're probably like 500 minutes into this ramble, and I haven't even said the name of the game. But the game is Dice with Death. It is a game based on a very old medieval game called Farkle, which is a dice game where you kind of compete against another player to reach a point total first. So how you do that is you roll essentially poker hands, so you can see them. This is actually live, by the way. This isn't a still image. This is the game running. We're going to play some in a second, but you can see that you have like poker hands here. So you see from my roll, I've got like a bunch of threes. Again, alpha footage. Please don't think that, all of this stuff is final. But you see I've got like 3 of a kind threes here, right? So if I can see that here, it's worth 27 points. If I bank that, I get 27 in my bank, and then I only have 3 dice remaining. So what I can do from here is I can either roll or I can pass. If I pass, I'll deal 27 damage to death, because unsurprisingly, in the game, you play dice with death. It's a very clever name, I know. But if I roll and I don't get at least a pair, I will go bust, essentially. Sorry, I know my camera's in the way, but there's a roll button there. Look, ooh, roll. So if I roll and I don't get at least a pair, I'll go bust and I will lose what's in my bank. So the core premise of the game is how far can you push it, right? You keep rolling, you keep trying to get as high scoring hands as possible. Of course, we have like a bunch of different dice, bunch of relics, all that sort of stuff that give you crazy effects on your dice rolls, and you can make your score go pretty wild when you start getting a lot of them. And there's, again, I won't get too far into it because I could talk about the relics and the dice and stuff for ages, but I will show you guys in future videos and in the short form content and stuff. We're playing the healer right now. She poisons instead of dealing direct damage, so she builds up like a snowball of damage. So she only deals she deals less than 100% damage normally, and instead of doing direct, she builds up this poison value, which you'll see in a second. However, of course, everybody here knows that you got to risk it, right? So you just got to say, dice with death is easy, just roll what you want, and if we get a pair, which we did, oh, look at that. I actually 100% thought I was going to bust there, but so we got a pair of 2s, not worth that much, of course, one of the lowest pairs in the game. We don't have anything that synergizes with either low rolls or pairs at the moment, because we're just in round 1. But we can bank that. We have 1 dice left. Even the wisest Magic players amongst us will be able to realize that when you're rolling 1 dice, it's pretty hard to roll a pair. Although maybe there's relics and dice that reward you for just rolling 1 dice. Who knows? Ooh, gameplay. Anyway, let's pass, right? We have 31, so this is going to round. We're going to deal a third of it as poison damage. See our Herb Posy, that's our signature relic on the healer. Adds 10 poison stacks. I did play a turn before this. Ignore all of our debug text. I did play a turn before this, so the Death has 19 poison stacks on him, and he's going to take that at the start of his turn. Death then rolls. That's his relic. He adds an extra dice to all of his rolls in round 1, and he rolled a 3-pair, which is going to absolutely body us, so we just took 120 damage, and we're dead. Fantastic. Haha. However, I'm the developer of the game. This is a test client, so I don't die. I mean, I kind of do, because I don't spawn dice anymore, but I did disable the game over screen, and I can use the test UI. You never saw this to cheat things. But anyway, so that was a pretty simple look at the game, just to explain sort of the core premise and show that off to you guys. But of course, we are working on many, many effects and relics and whatnot that may already make the dice rolls go pretty crazy. And we're nowhere near implementing the later rounds into the game, which get very, very crazy, and Death starts doing some absolutely wild things. But that was the game. We're working in a mixed media style, so we use pixel art, but we also render things in 3D. You'll have noticed the table was like a pixelated 3D style, which is really cool. I can show you it here. Ignore these. This is just this is game dev stuff. But you can see that we render the table in a pixelated 3D style. Very, very cool. Let me turn my game dev markers off for you. Ignore this. We're testing 2 table versions out at the moment, so you can kind of swap between them. That's why there's 2 bowls. But we set everything up in Parallax 3D. We wanted to go retro, but also have this very unique feeling, which is why we mix a bunch of the 2D and 3D stuff, and it's really cool. I love our character selection at the moment. Of course, this isn't finished either, but just to give you an idea. So you'll start the game, and all you see is like the graveyard. You know, there'll be little animations and stuff, and you actually hover the graves to like select characters, so you can see the soldier there, and you'll see what their starting relic does and what their starting dice is, and yeah, a little bit about them and stuff, which is I'm very, very proud of how our character selection is turning out, because I think it's looking very, very cool. But yeah, that's a little tiny overview of the game. I could show you guys like so much more, but I shouldn't, because I know like I don't want to show too much of the game before like a lot of the visuals are in there, right? Because I know that like a lot of people understand what an alpha is, but a lot of people also kind of don't, right? And of course, you know, we're implementing like VFX going off on the dice as they trigger, and like of course all of the awesome audio, and it's not even worth listening to them. There's like dozens of things that are changing. Even today we're fixing a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's a little overview of the game. What I really, really want to do is I want you guys to like flood the comments with your questions, right? Because in future videos, like dev blogs, whatever you want to call it, talking about this, I want to go over your guys' questions, because I think it's a really cool thing to actually like share our process with you and tell you about how making the game is, and tell you about anything you want to know about, really. Like, you know, I want to share the process with you guys. I want to keep you guys up to date and get your feedback as early as possible, and you know, it's cool. Like, I think the game is something that definitely will appeal to like strategy gamers. Like, of course, if you play games like Magic the Gathering or like Slay the Spire, of course we get asked about like Balatro. I love Balatro. It's like such a wonderful game, and it's very cool because we have very different gameplay to Balatro. Of course, we both use poker hands. I think that's about the only similarity, really. But Balatro is awesome because I've wanted to make this game for probably like since about 2019 or 2020, yeah, and I loved it because Balatro showed that you can take those casino games and like turn them into like really cool gamified video games. Because normally, you know, I was like, oh, I want to do it, but do people just want games like Slay the Spire, or, you know, other like Monster Train? That's a great game, stuff like that. And then actually Balatro taking like because I really, really like casino games, right? Like I love playing like 5-card draw and stuff like that. So, which is what Balatro is. So yeah, like when I saw it, and I'd had this idea for Farkle for ages and ages and ages. Because it's a side game. Like actual Farkle was in was it Kingdom Come Deliverance? I think it was Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I was playing it, and I was like, oh yeah, I've played this before, and ever since then I've just been like, somebody should make a game out of this. It's so cool, and so I am. Myself and my team. I know I say I. It's of course I work with a very talented group of people, but my studio, so I can say I'm kidding, but it is my studio. But yeah, I don't know. Let me guys know what you want to hear about in the comment section down below. I will, of course, keep making short-form content. It's so great for getting it out there, but I just wanted more casual videos like this to talk to you guys and, you know, tell you about like what's going on. Of course, my life's very different now. I live in Canada. I'm over in Toronto. I actually it's so fun. I just put this on because it's a comfortable hoodie, and I then realized that like I'm sitting in front of a Blue Jays sign, and I have a Blue Jays hoodie on, and I'm like, hey guys, guess where I live now? But, I mean, hey, me and Lisa have season tickets, so I can't deny being a bit of a super fan. But anyway, oh my goodness, I lasted probably like 15 minutes, then started talking about baseball. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And seriously, I do mean it. Like, all the support and the stuff already has just been absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I know this one was like a very vague, very brief kind of like, yo, what's up? I will do more specific topics in the future. That's why I'm not doing them today, because I want to, like, you know, I could show you guys a bunch of relics, and like we could play the soldier and stuff, and I could show you a bunch of stuff working, but I want to like give that stuff the time it deserves. And also, when I do that stuff, I want to include your guys' questions and like comments and stuff as I do it. So gonna behave, not gonna play too much today. However, if you haven't already, the most vital thing you can do, you know, the whole like and subscribe stuff, which is awesome. It's not that, although you can do that. The most useful stuff that you can do is go on Steam and wishlist the game. You can actually go look at our store page. There's more info about the game. You see some screenshots and stuff. But yeah, go wishlist the game. It's like super. It is the Steam version of liking and subscribing, if you will. So yeah, if you do that, hugely appreciative. It really does help us out more than you can imagine. And thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one. So thank you so much for all the support so far. And I will be back soon, TM, before the next Fest demo. Well, actually, it'll probably be in a couple weeks, and I'll show you the demo build. So thank you guys so much. Go check out the short-form content. I'm doing, like, character explainers of how we designed the characters, like the healer and stuff. It has one already. And I'm also just doing some good old-fashioned naughty word posts about just having some fun, about showing you guys the code and things like that. So go check those out. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.